All right, guys, welcome back Inside the Pod with Lou here. Like we start every podcast with a Bible verse, and today's verse is from Isaiah 66:13, and the Word of God states, "God is with you even on your hardest days." Isaiah 66:13. And with that being said, I'm with
Adrain Torres.
All right, well, welcome in. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so kind of like break it down. Tell us who Adrain Torres is, like kind of how you kind of started into sports, and then kind of led up to where we're at today.
Yeah, so I started at a really young age. I was a soccer guy growing up. Started at 3 years old. Same thing with baseball. It was always soccer, baseball, t-ball right there. But yeah, I was mainly a soccer guy, and growing up, started growing more love for baseball, and then eventually I got into football when it was the age when you were able to, which I believe was 7. So I was playing soccer and trying to play football at the same time, and it was like I had to leave soccer games like mid-game, like I had to leave and just drive all the way over here to Mendo just to play. And then I just realized like I love football more. So soccer went out the window. I started picking up football. Was never really a quarterback. I was more of just like a utility guy. Like I was a running back, receiver, played defense. Yeah, and then I didn't really start taking football serious until I'd say about my 6th or 7th grade year. I was always baseball. My mom would drive me everywhere for those tournaments, man. It was up and down the 99, all that stuff, hours. But yeah, I started getting into football a little bit more in 6th grade. We won the championship that year. And then COVID happened.
Okay, I want to stop you real fast.
Yeah.
So you started off, you're young, right? So let us know. You were in Mendota first, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you were a Cobra.
Yeah.
All right. So you were a Cobra up until what age? Just so everyone, and this is for everyone out there to understand,
8. I was 8.
Okay, yeah. So you're all the way up to 8. You're a Cobra at this time, but you're kind of coming from Kerman, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're traveling from Kerman to Mendota.
Yes.
So mom is sacrificing all that time, bringing you from Kerman to Mendota, and then at 8, after that, you're 9. You kind of go from there to Kerman.
Yeah. I go
Okay.
to Kerman.
All right, just so we have clarity for everybody out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I started going to Kerman, playing football. All my friends there. I went to school there, and it was just easier, like you said, going back and forth. And then fast forward to 6th grade, we won. Then we have COVID off season. I started going with a quarterback trainer, Greg Pinelli over there in Fresno.
Okay.
AP Fresno. Yeah, I started going with him a lot, just working on it because I was, at that point, I was taking, being a quarterback serious. I've kind of found my position. I was, like I said, all over the place all these years. And then started taking it serious. Got into 8th grade year, and I was the quarterback. Wasn't playing defense or anything else. And later on, throughout that season, I started playing safety, just because it's not like high school where you got to keep the quarterback safe. Still youth and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So started playing safety and all that, and then that's when I started getting into high school. After that, I was working with varsity throughout the summer. I was back and forth between JV and varsity.
On your freshman year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Freshman year, going into freshman year. Just getting some reps with varsity, just kind of picking it up. Seeing how I was, rolling with them. The coaches were just kind of checking me out and stuff. I would go to 7-on-7s with them, practice and all that stuff. Eventually, I stayed down on JV, but that summer it was one to remember for sure. I put in a lot of work with that.
Your freshman summer?
Yeah.
Going into sophomore year?
No. Going into freshman year.
Oh, for 8th grade going into freshman?
Yeah, going into freshman year. Put in a lot of work. I was just excited, man. I was like, man, high school football, no more youth. High school football, I was excited, man. Me and all my friends, we were out there every day, after practice, later on in the day, getting extra work in. And then, here comes freshman year JV. And, having fun, probably the most fun I ever had football,
Yeah.
Meeting other people than just my grade, because it's always just been your grade level growing up. And now I'm, with these sophomores and juniors, meeting all them, the seniors as well. And we finished off on JV, I believe we went 4-2, and then I got pulled up about week 7.
Your freshman year.
Yeah, my freshman year, I got pulled up to varsity.
And you were going to play what position? Quarterback?
Quarterback, yes.
Okay. And what happened? Did their quarterback get hurt?
No, so he was a running back at heart, but he was a team first guy, so they needed him at quarterback because he was their best option.
Okay.
So I got pulled up, just to see what I can do and to move, just to expand our offense.
Yeah.
So I go to quarterback, I get some reps and practice and all that, just start getting developed, getting in the system. And then that week we play Hanford West. I didn't start, he started. And then after a couple drives, he moved to running back, and then I got in, and that's where I got my first reps, my first varsity snaps. It was...
So you're a freshman week 7,
yeah,
first varsity
freshman
snap.
week 7.
And so kind of like, I guess, in a way, kind of let us know, like, how did that feel? What's the mindset going in there? Were you like really nervous? Were you excited? Or were you, how were you?
Honestly, I didn't feel any nervous at all. I didn't, I just felt normal.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, just go out there and play. Like, don't make it bigger than what it is,
Okay.
But yeah, surprisingly, I didn't feel any nerves at all. I had the seniors in my ear, the leaders and all that, so they're making it easier on me. So yeah, I mean, we just let it flow.
Yeah, no, because I mean, well, I could only imagine how you looked as a freshman, because you have that baby face now. It looks like you're going to be a freshman this year,
Yeah.
But you kind of going in. I mean, you're kind of like a little taller now, right? You're kind of filling in. At that point, how tall were you then? Like, how were you? How was your body? Because you're a freshman, you're still like kind of a child. I mean, a child. I mean, you're a child now, but you're turning into a young man, right? So, like, were you physically? You weren't this big yet then, right?
No, I was about 5'9.5". Not as big and strong. Obviously, I'm faster now, but yeah, it's kind of hard for me to see over the line and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Shorter, but yeah, I wasn't where I was at now, obviously, and that's something I've taken serious throughout my high school.
Yeah,
is getting my body right.
For sure,
stuff like that. So yeah.
And so, okay, well, let us know. You can't just, now you're giving us the little bits and pieces. So how did the game go? How did you end up doing? Or like, did you continue being the quarterback the rest of the year? Or how did
so as the game went on, I stayed at quarterback and stuff like that. Finished the game, and then that next week was senior night. So he started and all that. But I ended up taking over the starting role first week of playoffs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I started first week of playoffs as a freshman on varsity. Had a good game. We won.
You remember who you played?
San Ynez. They're from the coast area.
Okay.
Yeah. So we played them. We beat them it's like 43-12 around there.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah, so it was a good game. It was a really fun game. And then we go second round down to Delano. Delano, we played Kennedy. They were a good team that year. Unfortunately, we lost, but yeah, that was a good team. It was a different environment.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how my freshman year ended right there for football.
Okay. And I think before we jump into sophomore year, I think I have to give the due diligence to the baseball community. Yeah. Because you said that mom was taking you, you're traveling, right? So kind of like what happened there? Like obviously you're traveling. It looks like you, and we can explain later on what we have right here. Yeah. But you're pretty good at baseball. I'm hearing, right? Yes. So then kind of, were you still taking baseball as serious as you were football, or did you feel like football kind of started taking over as you were?
I would say, yeah, football kind of started taking over. I feel like I kind of focused on that more, especially when it comes to off season and putting in the extra for that. But I was still taking baseball, pretty seriously. I would go to the cages on the weekends when I could, when we didn't have practice and stuff like that. Yeah, just kind of, I would go with the seniors and stuff like that, get that extra work. And then, yeah, baseball season, we were a little short that year. We had some injuries. We were senior heavy the year before, so it was like we had 3 freshmen up. It was me and my friend. So
you were a freshman, baseball. You were a varsity freshman
varsity, year. Yeah, made varsity.
Okay, now you're just bragging, bro. Nice. Okay, so then you're freshman. So now you've experienced, varsity baseball. Mm-hmm. Now you got a little taste of varsity football. Yeah. Were you on varsity basketball too?
No, I was JV basketball.
I was about to stop this podcast, bro. You said, yeah. I was like, what?
No.
Okay.
No, there was senior heavy that year for basketball as well.
Okay. So then now we'll jump in it. So you're going into your sophomore year, right? Yeah. So freshman into sophomore. Mm-hmm. So what's the mindset like that now? Now you kind of, I know, like when I was a freshman, bro, I probably would have been, because now you're varsity, all this going on. So how did you kind of handle it? Because not even talking to you today, like I told you walking in, I could already tell, very humble,
Yeah.
very leader, right? I go, what do you want to talk about? I'm talking about my team. So I mean, I right there, that just kind of tells you the kind of leader you are. So kind of going from freshman to sophomore, give us an idea of how the mindset is there and the preparation. Because I mean, pretty much you're going to be the guy your sophomore year, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so kind of walk us in there.
So in the off season, like it was known that I was gonna take on a bigger role, especially vocally.
Okay.
So yeah, I was obviously one of the leaders on that team. We actually had a transfer quarterback. He was from Central.
Okay.
So there was a little bit of
A
competition.
little competition. Okay.
Yeah, he came around February, early March, which he grew into one of my best friends as well. So that's
Okay.
cool.
That's good.
Yeah, so we had a really good off season. Our team worked hard, early mornings, and after school extra work, stuff like that. But yeah, my mindset just kind of going into it is, you're not the little freshman anymore. You can't use that excuse in those big time moments, stuff like that. Like, you're experienced. You need to put in extra, because I was always like, I'm due for my seniors. Like, those my seniors, that was their last year. So all the work I did, all that stuff, it was to not only better myself, but put me in a better position to be able to do things for my seniors and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just taking over that role, holding myself accountable, as well as others. Just trying to be more vocal, be more vocal and stuff like that.
Okay. How old are you again?
17.
Dang, man. I thought you would been say 37 or something like that. You're like mature for your days. I feel like I barely got this mature like last week, you know? But nah. So okay, you're kind of going in, right? So you pretty much you've been a varsity year all your years of baseball. Okay?
Yeah.
So I think you told me that was the coaching change in football happened in your freshman year or was it your sophomore year?
Going into my freshman year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then kind of like I know that you as a sophomore you said were you guys able to how did your sophomore season go? You guys went to the Valley that year, right?
Yeah, we went to Valley. So it was a little bit of a rough year in the regular season.
Okay.
We did have a pretty tough schedule, teams like Clovis East and all that, Kingsburg, CVC. But we weren't finding ourselves, but we found ourselves at the right moment at the end of the season.
You guys got hot.
Yeah, we got hot. We went. So at one point we were 3-5 or 2-5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we had a win out.
Okay.
Went out to go to playoffs. So usually you have to go 300, but our school district requires 500.
Oh.
So that just goes into the expectation of
What division are you guys?
we are. So we were based 4.
Okay.
In sophomore year, we were based 4. So we had to go 500. So we had to win out. So we won. We won out. Made playoffs. First round we played Golden West.
Okay.
They were a higher division team that got bumped down. We beat them. That was a really exciting game, actually. It was 30-29.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, the last play of the game. Well, we got a turnover and downs, and we're at like the 1 yard line. So it's like we can't knee it to run out the clock. So we got to like get out of the end zone. So it's either safety or you win the game. So we QB sneaked it, ended up getting it, run out the clock. We won.
Little tush push?
Yeah, a little tush push.
Okay.
30-29. Second round, we went back to Delano.
Oh,
Lake Kennedy.
the rematch.
Yeah, the rematch.
Okay.
Rematch. That was an exciting game. We were going back and forth. We did better this year. So we went back and forth with them. Ended up being 28-28 with about 22 seconds left. And our junior running back at the time, Julian Velez, we're just like, okay, we're just gonna hand this off, let it run out, go to overtime, and we're at our own 27.
Okay.
And he takes it to the house.
What?
Yeah, takes it to the house. That play, that was a memorable play. He won the game for us. So it was about probably 8 seconds, 10 seconds left at that. So we go down, kick the ball off, and then they have the ball. 8 seconds, whatever, 5. Try to pass the ball off, and then we just get a sack.
Nice.
We get a sack, win that game.
Okay.
And then next game, we're on the road even further. We go down to San Luis Obispo.
Okay.
Play Mission Prep. They were the 1 seed. We were the 5. So Obviously the expectation was for them to win, but we knew like that's just not our mindset. We're not gonna lay down to anybody. We go in there. We go up 14-0 going into half.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So that was probably one of my best games that year. It was just me and our senior receiver, our wide receiver one. We were going at it that game. We were just same connection, everything. He had he had all three touchdowns that game, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. All three touchdowns. So we're at 14-0 going into the half. We're kicking the ball off coming out. They score. Kickoff return.
14-7.
14-7. And then
I feel like I'm watching it right now live.
yeah.
You know?
14-7. And we don't score. They get the ball back. We were at the 10, called a QB design run, and I go and find the hole, see the end zone, eyes light up. I get hit, fumble.
Oh.
So that was one of the hardest hits I took ever. Fumble.
You did was it like a shot you didn't see coming? So boom. Okay.
I did not see it. He was coming. I actually saw it on the film. He came full speed from the side. Just hit me pretty clear.
Okay.
Yeah. So I fumble right there. They go down, score, and that drive.
Real fast now, because I'm trying to get everybody involved, right? So, what's the mindset right there? So, like, obviously, you fumble, you see it, you light up, and then it's gone. So, like, how did you respond for that? Because I mean, pretty sure you felt some type of way.
Got to get it back.
Okay. Oh, I like it.
Gotta
Okay.
make it up for my team. I cost us points right there, so there's no other way but to get it back and make up for it.
Okay,
So,
I like it. Okay.
yeah.
So it's 14-14.
14-14. We go down, or nobody else scores after that. Nobody else scores. We go to overtime. Go to overtime. They get the ball first. So in overtime in high school, you start at the 25 and go in. So it's not like full field.
Okay.
So we start at the 25. We get a 4 and out. We get a stop. Then we come up and we get one first down, I believe. And then we're at the 7-yard line. And it was a RPO. So it was either I can hand it off or I had an option on the outside.
I mean, I know what that means, but just for the fan that's watching, what does RPO
So
mean?
it's like a run pass option. So
Got it.
if I like my matchup on the outside, which it could be fade, slant, anything. If I like it, I'll take it. If not, I hand the ball off. And honestly, you could have gone either way there. Like I said earlier, our wide receiver one at the time, Adam Delgado, having a good game.
Okay.
And I saw him on the outside, and obviously go back to what was working the whole time, you know. So I gave it to him. Could have gone either way because our running back ended up having to walk in, which I'm sure he wasn't having about.
Yeah.
But yeah, we throw goal line fade to Adam, and he catches it and takes us to the Valley Championship right there.
Ooh.
Overtime walk off.
Okay. So sophomore year going to the Valley. Who did you guys play in the Valley that year?
Mission Oak. They're
Okay.
from Tulare. Yeah.
And they were the 2 seed, I'm assuming? Since you said you used to be Mission Prep.
No, they were the 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were the 3.
And then obviously it didn't end the way you wanted it to, right?
Not the end. Not the way we wanted it to. That game, we did it to ourselves.
Mhm.
Made a lot of mistakes mentally. We got to the red zone 6 times. Only scored once. So, or actually we scored twice. But you add those points up, it ends up in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just a lot of mental mistakes that game. I think the lights just kind of got to us. A little bit of nerves. But yeah, we just didn't end up how we wanted it to.
Well, that's all good. I mean, so then sometimes, like I told you, we have to fall, right? Failure it's part of life. It's necessary. And I'm going to touch on, a little bit about the Bible, right? So a righteous man falls 7 times, gets back up, 8. So now kind of let us know you're going into your sophomore into junior year, right? And we'll spill the beans a little bit because obviously we got some rings right here.
Yeah.
So we're going in, right? You're going from sophomore to junior year. So how's that? Are you like, obviously you got so close, you got to the Valley title game. So you kind of break us down from there. What's the mindset? What's the team like? Are you guys fired up? Are you guys, how was it going? Kind of let us know.
Yeah. No, our team was hungry.
Okay.
We were hungry. We had a lot of returners that year.
Mm-hmm.
So we knew we had one goal in mind, and that was to get back to the Valley Championship.
Okay.
I mean, even in front of my workout station, like there was a whiteboard. I wrote the score right there. So every time I'm looking at that, every single time, just motivation.
What was the score?
It was 34-14.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
So you put that on your whiteboard. So
Yeah,
every day that's what you walked into.
That's what I was looking at.
Oh,
Every
okay.
single time. Squatting, dumbbell press, stuff like that, bench pressing. I was looking at it.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
motivation. But yeah, I mean, going into that year, we wanted it. We knew what our goal was. It was to get back to Valley and move on to state.
Let's move this down just a little bit.
Yeah.
No, no.
Oh, right.
See you in the.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the future right now.
Yeah. Yeah. We knew what we wanted, and that was to get back to Valley Championship, redeem ourselves. Like I said, a lot of returners that year. We were junior heavy the year before, so we had a lot of experience. And I would say each year, freshman through junior, we lost a lot of seniors, but each year we got more discipline in the system.
Okay.
And that helped out in the long run because nobody believed in us going into this year. In my junior year, nobody believed in us to win. Nobody picked us to win. They thought we were too young. Not many starters returning. But we didn't care what anybody else had to say besides us.
Yeah.
Nothing mattered between everybody in our circle. So, yeah, we were hungry going into off season. Summer workouts got started. We had our 7-on-7 workout actually the whole month of June. So we're going to 7-on-7s. Cal Poly, other high schools around the valley we would travel to. Went to Fresno State for one. We're not a 7-on-7 team. That's not real football.
Yeah.
But we weren't. That was where we're figuring ourselves out. That was the point of it. Especially in the secondary wise. But yeah, we took that into July. We came back from our 2-week break, which CIF requires. Started working harder. Got the pads on. Heat was there, but it didn't bother us. Started working harder, and season came. It was real quick.
And at this point, you guys got bumped up to D3, right?
No. We were still base 4.
Okay.
So going into my senior year, we got base 3.
Oh, okay. So last year was D4.
Yeah, so we're base 4.
Okay.
But we got for playoffs, we got bumped up into Division 3. But yeah, so season's coming around the corner. We play Matilda Torres first, probably one of our best defensive games.
Okay.
Yeah, our defense did good. And as we went on, like throughout the weeks, throughout the games, we just got better. Got better as a whole. We got stronger as a brotherhood. And yeah, we played for the man next to us. That's our motto. We play for the man next to you. Do it for the man next to you. We ended up finishing the season 8-2. So we lost to Justin Garza the first game, which was week 3. Then we lost to Kingsburg in week 7. Both games were, we were 5 points away from being undefeated. 5 points away. But we go into playoffs, we get the 5 seed again.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, 8-2 get the 5 seed. Not sure why.
Yeah.
Back-to-back years, but like I said, it doesn't matter. We're not gonna lay down for nobody.
Okay.
First round we have. We have Mission Oak, so get back.
Oh, yeah. So your rematch and your junior year is with the team you lost from the Valley Championship. Yep. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was. This
is a movie, bro.
Yeah, I was locked in. That whole week, I was not letting no distractions get to me. I was watching film in class, which obviously I should have been doing my classwork, but I was I was
sorry out there, teachers. Right?
Yeah, I was making sure I was on top of everything. I made sure I knew their defense. I was going with coach, going over film with him, stuff like that, because I wasn't gonna lose this game. Yeah, it was not just for us, but for the team the previous year.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I told myself we're not losing this game. I think our whole team knew that because, like I said, we want to get back to Valley, and not only that, but we're playing the team from that we lost to. Yeah. So we ended up coming out with the victory.
Yeah, 34-14. Yeah. Right. So you're that I'm pretty sure that kind of went over your head the whole time too, right?
Oh yeah, it was personal that game.
Yeah, I could feel it.
Yeah. We ended up winning that game, 43 to around the 20s. Okay. So, yeah, we won. Got our get back. Next round, we are. Who did we play? Dang, I can't really remember actually. Okay. Oh, we got our other get back, Justin Garza.
Oh, okay.
So from early in the season, played Justin Garza again, second round of playoffs at the same place. We played them third place. Okay. Which they have a really nice stadium. Back and forth game. offensive game. Our offense was going back with them, and their offense was going back and forth with us. It was a high-scoring game, just like the first one. We ended up pulling away 34-35.
You guys won 34-35?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
34-35.
Okay.
Yeah, and they missed a field goal.
Oh.
They missed a
extra point.
Okay. Early in the game. So,
Oh,
I mean, you could say that cost them, but
yeah.
That was an exciting game.
Sounds like it. I wasn't even there. I'm already all pumped up.
Yeah, both teams were on it. But yeah, we came out with the victory because once again, we want to get back to where we wanted to be, and it was another get back game for us.
Okay.
So we win that. We go to semis. We go all the way to Porterville.
Oh, okay.
Pretty far drive. Go to Porterville. That's another exciting game. We started out slow. I think the bus ride kind of got to us a little bit, but we started out slow. But we ended up picking it up after the first two drives. We actually scored the first one, but it just wasn't to our expectations. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So we ended up going into half 21 to. I think we're tied at 21-0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good game.
Okay. Yeah. We go into. We don't score at all at the second half. We only score once, so it was 28-21. Then they scored 28-28. And then we go into overtime, another overtime game.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. We get a stop. We get a stop on defense, and then offense gets the ball. So it's our time. If we score, we win. We drive the ball down a little bit, get a few extra yards, get it to the perfect spot where our kicker wants it. And our kicker, Eddie Hernandez, field goal sends us to the Valley Championship.
Nice.
Yeah, one of the hardest workers on the team, too.
Okay.
Didn't miss a day that year. So.
And is he returning too this year?
No, he's not.
Oh, he graduated?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Like I said, one of the hardest workers, didn't miss a day. So when he walked out there, we had all faith in him.
Oh, okay.
We knew it was going in. But yeah, he sends us to Valley Championship. So next week, Thanksgiving week, we're playing at Madera High. So it's kind of like a semi-rival for us. We've been going at it for a few years.
Yeah.
So far in my high school career, we were 2-0.
I'm gonna stop you right there real quick. So this is where I know I had heard about you because I know you initially were a Mendota. Your mom was from Faribault, right? And you were living in Mendota. You were a Cobra, right? So I remember the Valley title I think it was casted on it was like on one of the channels, like 59 or.
Yeah.
They were doing it, and then I remember my brother-in-law came over and he's like, "Hey, bro, put the game on." It's like, "Put the game on," Yeah, Kerman, Agent Torres, he's playing. And so I remember that was my first time really getting to watch you, and bro, you were like, I'm gonna give you their flowers right now, right? You were locked in. It was a close game too, but I'll let you explain that. I wanted to throw that in there real quick because that was the first time that I really got a glimpse of you and I got to see you play. I will give one more shout out to my cousin was on the team. I don't know if he was a junior or senior, but Jesse Lozano. Was he was a safety for you guys?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he was our nickel. He was one of our backers.
Okay. Was he a senior last year or is he gonna?
He's back with us again.
Okay, so you guys are both gonna be seniors?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
He's one of my best friends as well.
There you go.
It's cool. He actually got an interception that game.
Oh, well, I think I did watch that. Yeah.
That was the first half.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yep. He's having a good offseason right now too.
Nice.
He's one of our best players. So we start off that game. Like I said, want to go back to where we were.
Yeah.
We gotta lock in. We start off really hot. We score the first drive. We kick it off. They get a kick return. So 7-7 right now, and then that's when they kick it off, and then we score again. We drive all the way down the field, score, run it in. And then Jesse gets the pick on defense. Yeah.
And then that sparks some energy in you guys?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah, because that's when, we're up 14-7. We get the ball at our own 13-yard line. So it's just okay. So we end up scoring on another run pass option, RPO. It was a slant. So I pull it and throw it, and we score again. Freshman Nick Mendoza, he caught it. Freshman had a big year.
There you go.
So we're up 21-7. 21-7. Now here's where we get a little shaky. We had a few shakies. They end up coming back, cutting the deficit, so it's 21-21.
And then you guys went to half, huh?
Yes. So
because you guys came out. I think you guys pulled away in the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we scored again.
Oh, okay.
It was 28. So 28-21.
Okay.
Yeah. Through a pass to my slot, Isaiah Quinto, back of the end zone. made a nice catch. So it's 28-21, and then we kick it off. They drive all the way down the field. They're at their own 3, or they're at our 3 or 2. We send an all-out blitz, and our guys make a play, which was a huge stop in that game. Because if they score, it's 28 all going into half. They have the momentum because they just scored, But yeah, we make a play, so it's 28-21 going into half. Make our adjustments. Not as high of a scoring half as the first one, but we did score 2 more times. Let's try to remember how we did that. I think it was a couple more passes, passing touchdowns. So we scored 2 touchdowns. They scored 1. Defense made a stop. Nick Graywall had a diving one-handed interception back of the end zone.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Laid out for it. That kind of just sealed the deal. Isaiah Quinta with another touchdown. That really sealed the deal because that made it 42-28 at the time, and then they scored 1 more time. And after that, we just juiced out the clock, take that knee, and we're Valley Championship.
There you go. And then I believe that was the first Valley title in Kerman's history, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And then so now that was your junior year, so now you're going into your senior year.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of give us a little bit of preparation as far as like, obviously you guys are the champs right now, but what's the mindset going in now? What's been the mindset all summer?
Well, we know we have a target on our back.
Okay.
We know we have a target on our back. We're no longer the one hunting where they've been being hunted. We preach that all the time. So we got to work even harder. 2 days extra work, stuff like that. Leadership's a big part of how we're going to move as far as team-wise. So we've been working on our leadership. Yeah, we just, energy. Every practice has to have a purpose. We can't just go out there, go through the motions. We have a chip on our shoulders still because people still don't give us our flowers, still disrespect us. The rankings, we don't really pay attention to it because we know what we really are. But yeah, we're still being disrespected. Like, for example, we went to Clovis High. We had a joint practice with them.
Okay.
We end up pretty much, I'd say overall we won that practice. So we went twice. The first one we won. We showed that we could compete. I'm sure we shocked them a little bit. Second week, they kind of game planned for us a little bit. That's just part of it. And they ended up giving it to us. But yeah, we're showing that we can compete. We know we're a winning program.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna just, the standard is the standard. The expectation is the expectation. We don't expect nothing less. We want to get back to where we were last year and farther. We want to get to that 16th game, which is that state championship over there in Saddleback. But yeah, it's just, we know we have a target on our back, so we got to work even harder.
There you go. So now I'm going to kind of try and get to know you. I mean, thank you for breaking it down. So he's like, so the whole point is we're going to get to know who Adrain Torres is, right? Mm-hmm. So now you're going into your senior year. You're the quarterback. So like most quarterbacks are always the leaders, right? Mm-hmm. So kind of going into your senior year and being, kind of like in a way, the lead guy now because you're a senior. Would you say this is your team this year?
I wouldn't say my team. I would say it's ours because at the end of the day, the players, we can only move as far as our weakest guy, So it's just, like I said, our leadership, a big focus this year. We got to bring everybody along, make sure we're on the same mission. So it's our team because at the end of the day, we're the ones showing up and practicing and stuff like that. Obviously, the coaches are right there giving us their time, but I wouldn't say it's my team, no. I would say it's all on us. It's everyone's team because everybody's out there.
I like that. But at the end of the day now, so now you're a senior, you're going to have to go out there and kind of give a little of the pep talks, right? Go give a little bit of the pick-me-ups, right? That kind of how you came in your freshman year, now you've kind of been molded in, right? And I'm going to say like this, I'm at the tie in my favorite verse. I tied into most of my podcasts, not all of them, but Isaiah 60:22, when the time is right, the Lord will make it happen. Mm-hmm. So I honestly believe that even though you won last year, your timing is coming up. I could just tell the way in the maturity, the way you answer questions. That's kind of ties into the kind of leader you are. And this year, like I got to catch you last year at the glimpse, and I saw how you did really well. I'm really excited to kind of see how it's going to go in your senior year. I know we talked about football, but now I want to kind of tie in and get to know you, right? So you talked about baseball, right? You talked about basketball. So kind of give us a little bit about you've been at basketball. When did you go your varsity? Sophomore year?
Yeah. So
Okay, and so you have a Valley title in basketball, right? So kind of give us a little bit about that. Like, kind of was that your sophomore year? Was that last year too, or
it was my sophomore year.
okay?
Yeah, my sophomore year. We didn't really have the greatest season, but like I said, we got hot. Just like football, we got hot.
Yeah, the right time.
Yeah, the right time. We ended up pulling away, taking our trip to Selland, and we got our
Sounds Arena, guys.
Selland Arena. We got our first Valley Championship since 2018. That was the
Okay.
last time. Yeah, and actually the people that won that were the people that were on their team was one of our coaches as well.
Really?
Yeah, he was on that team and he ended up coaching us as well and leading
Full
us.
circle moment.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, and so now, kind of you being the quarterback, right?
Mhm.
So is that all you doing for football, or do you still go both ways, or just you're just strictly the quarterback?
I'm just straight quarterback. I'll punt as well.
Oh, okay.
Just punt and quarterback. That's it.
Okay, and then in basketball, were you a starter? Are you a role player? How does it?
Yeah, I was a starter, but I wasn't like crazy offense. Like I was just a role player. I just played defense, get rebounds, pass the ball. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so are you gonna play basketball this year?
Yeah.
Okay, so baseball as well.
Mhm.
And then in baseball, so that's where I'm a baseball guy, bro.
Yeah.
So when in baseball, I mean, obviously you being a quarterback, I'm assuming you're a pitcher.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what other positions do you play?
I stopped playing catcher my freshman year. I was
Okay.
a catcher.
Smart
Yeah.
idea by the coaches.
Yeah, I stopped playing catcher. But I was always an outfielder.
Okay.
All my high school, I was outfielder and pitcher. That's strictly what it was.
And then, I mean, how hard do you throw? If you don't mind me asking.
I haven't
Clocked
rated-
yourself?
Yeah, I haven't.
Okay.
My freshman year I did, and it was 86.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, that was my last time I clocked myself. It was my freshman year.
And so when you say the type of pitcher you are, are you like a 1 pitch, 2 pitch, 3 pitch, 4 pitch guy? I mean, are you a starter? Are you more of a reliever?
I'm more of a reliever.
Okay.
But I'm like a 3 pitch, just fastball, slider, curveball.
Okay. So you could always, you could technically be a 4 pitch guy. You can do a fastball 4 seam. You can do a 2 seam. You know, that could always help you.
Yeah, it helps.
You know, I'm pretty sure they'll let you know they're in Kerman though, 'cause especially you being in travel ball all your years. Do you feel like travel ball kind of helped you where you're at now? Like obviously, you know, kind of doing it throughout the time.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, growing up doing the sport, you're gonna get a lot more experience and practice and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said earlier, played a lot of travel ball. So.
Yeah. No, I heard. Yeah, you said that. Okay. So and then now let's talk about your senior year. So, what can we expect from Agent Torres this year?
I'm more motivated than ever. You know, it's my last year. I want to leave my mark. I don't want to go out with anything less than a state championship. And I'm taking the extra steps to make sure I can achieve my personal goals. You know, getting my body right, eating better, working on other stuff than just throwing. You know, working on other stuff to add to my game, like speed and stuff like that. You know, just trying to get stronger. Yeah, just more motivated than ever.
Well, that's something I'm kind of gonna get to like, so y'all could get to know you. What kind of like, I guess you can say everyone has a style, right, of quarterback. What would be your style? Who could you give us an example of that you try to mirror yourself off of, if you even do that? I mean,
kind of like a Jackson Dart.
oh,
kinda guy.
okay, Ole Miss,
Because
New York Giants.
yeah, my coaches always get on me about sliding, but I don't like to slide.
Oh, you like
I
to
just
you like that
sit out
contact.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm not really like a scrambler either. I'm not that fast, but I usually get the ball out. But when I do run, I kind of don't slide. I'm physical with it.
Okay. So yeah, we definitely want you to slide because
Yeah.
you know, obviously,
Yeah, I got.
if we're going into your senior year and state championship, we need, you know, remember you are the hunt. You're not the hunter no more. You're the hunted.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand they're probably gonna come after you. So I'm just gonna say slide this year. You know.
Yeah, I will do that. I'm not trying to get yelled at anymore.
Yeah. And then so schedule wise, I mean, I think you kind of broke it down a little bit, right? But do you kind of have an idea of who you guys got? Because now are you D3 now this year?
Yeah, so we're base 3 now.
Okay.
The only thing that changes is which division we're eligible for playoffs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't change schedule and all that. But yeah, we got the same schedule this year. Whoever we played away last year, we play home. So it's just flipped like that. Yeah, same schedule.
So talk about like a little bit about your academics. So
Academics,
are you, you know, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0 student?
Yeah, I'm above a 3.0. I was
Okay.
never really a 4.0 guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I make sure I stay on top of it. Make sure I'm not just stay eligible, but above, like way above. I'm not anything under a 3.0.
I like that.
Nothing below a C. Try to limit the C's actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, B's above average, right?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, not putting too much pressure on you, but just kind of, have you thought about, and I know that you're so focused in on, like you said, state champions are your goal, but I mean, if the opportunity presents itself, are you open to going to the next level and playing?
Yeah, if the opportunity presents itself, yeah. I mean, we have a Fresno City coach at our school, and he's saying that he'll take in all the Kerman kids, stuff like that, because he'll vouch for us and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been made known that like obviously I can go to JC and stuff like that. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, you get like they want me,
Yeah.
I'm just saying like there's an opportunity, you can always go JC, but that's not like you said, that's not really my main focus right now.
Yeah, I know. Because I mean, like hearing you, I know that the focus is your season.
Oh, yeah.
State title. Obviously, I'm assuming grades, graduating. Kind of, and still being a kid. Obviously enjoying your senior year. I know that's kind of hard when you're just coming off a Valley title because expectations are through the roof. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the community of Kerman is very excited, right? There used to be a term in baseball. By the way, who's your baseball team?
Giants.
Oh, I already knew, bro. I felt the vibe.
Are you a Dodgers guy?
I'm a Giants fan.
Oh, you're
Come
Giants?
on. I said I felt the vibe,
Oh, okay.
All right, so look at, and I know you're a youngster, but they used to call the Giants teams torture. And it sounds like, 35, 34, 30, 29. I mean, you guys are giving a little bit of torture to that community of Kerman, right? So this year, kind of going through it, I'm pretty sure like you guys, the players, the fans, you guys have all, I mean, they travel well with you guys, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. We have a great fan base. Great admin. They do a lot of things for us. Shout out to our admin. They make a lot of things happen, and our fan base is incredible. They're always traveling with us, always pack out the stands at home game. So yeah.
There you go. Well, I might drop a little something on this podcast because it's obviously in the works right now, but we might be doing something where we travel on Fridays and kind of go out there, give a little, spotlight to the teams that are, on the west side for now. Right now we're currently working possibly with like Kalinga, maybe Tranquility, maybe Mendota, maybe Fireball. And now that we had you on, maybe we could talk to Coach. Yeah. We can see if we can get and go out there and interview some of the seniors, and then just kind of like follow you guys maybe one of the games and then see how you guys do and then kind of go from there, especially that you came on the podcast and gave us your time. We want to thank you because obviously you're a senior. It's a Sunday, but, we really wanted to have you on. When I started this podcast, this is what this is, man. This is what this consists of. That's my goal, is to kind of give back to the community, but really just letting people get to know who you are, right? Yeah. And I know that you sound like an amazing young man, and I can tell you right now, inside the pod with Lou, bro, you have a fan in us for sure. And we're definitely going to follow you this upcoming year. I want to say, like you said, I think you have the right mindset. The focus is there as far as, getting your body right, grades. I know I haven't asked this question, but I asked Adam, do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay. So, cause sometimes I can, girls can kind of take you off. I'm not saying anything. They could help you, and then they could hurt you. Right. Oh, yeah. In this sense, I mean, the way you smiled about it, I'm assuming that's good, right? Your focus is still.
Yeah. She's supportive. She plays 3 sports as well. So she understands.
Oh, okay.
She's active as well.
There you go. Yeah. All right. So now I guess I'm going to ask, I've been asking everybody on these last few podcasts. I mean, and I know you're young, but just kind of, once again, we kind of talked a little bit off camera, but what's your relationship like? What's your relationship like with the Lord?
Good. I'm working on, building that relationship stronger. I've actually been getting into it more. Focusing on, commitment and not being in and out, just, praying more, I actually started reading the Bible more.
Okay.
Well. So yeah, just working on that.
Well, and that's how it starts. It just starts kind of like slowly, right? It's not about religion, it's about relationship. Yeah. So literally, like you said, just kind of going to him the way you would talk, like the way we're talking right now. Mm-hmm. Honestly, that sometimes, like I was even telling you a mom, I'll walk around. I have like a little path that I do in my front yard.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm talking to the Lord myself, but most times I'm on the thing. And I think people could look at you like, man, this guy, what's wrong with this guy, right? But it's like in reality, I think you're just, I don't know, you get so in, it's like so close to the Lord and the things that he can do for you, right? So I know you brought in that we had a lot of faith in the kicker, right? And faith is something that's not necessarily seen. It's within you, right? Like you said, you guys didn't see it, you guys didn't know it, but you guys just knew it though, that he was going to make that field goal. And I guess, and the way I want to say is, when the Lord is with you, it's not something that it's just, you have to know inside, right? And it just takes time. And I honestly see, I could see it in you. I could feel it in you, and you really got a lot of things coming, man. And I could tell you, like, going forward and your season, we want to wish you well, right? I feel like we touched on a lot of things today. The podcast flowed a little bit better than I thought. I thought you were going to be a little nervous. I felt like maybe I was more nervous because I didn't really write down questions. I was going to let it flow. But I thought we broke it down pretty good as far as, I mean, do you have anything else you kind of want to talk about? Or do you have any other sports that you want to touch on? Do you want to touch on those? I mean, what rings do we have right there?
We have basketball and football.
All right, let's see. Let me get. Okay, so break it down to us. Which one's this one right here?
This one is the football one right here.
Okay. Yeah. And so with this year for sure, we're going to try to get back. They're going to go back for this one and more, right?
Yep.
A state title. And then this one is in basketball?
Yeah. It's a basketball one right here. This one was the first one I've ever had. It's pretty memorable.
I like it. Here you go. And then you have the hat right there. So yeah, no, that's, I mean, pretty much. Mom, you have anything that we want to add? Do we miss anything? Okay, let's talk about coaches. I mean, so who is the coach? Who's the head coach?
Coach Jenkins.
Coach Jenkins, okay. And then I know he came in, you said your freshman year?
Yeah, going into my freshman year.
So let's talk a little about Coach Jenkins then. So he's building a program, obviously, right? He's won a state title. I mean, he's won a Valley title. He went his sophomore year. So talk about what is the difference that Coach Jenkins has done and bringing into the program, what would you say?
It's bigger than football with him.
Okay.
It's bigger than football.
I like that.
He always tells us, my job is not to make you better football players. It's to make you better husbands, men, sons, friends, stuff like that. All the stuff that translates into later on in our lives. Everything he says, he's about it. Like he says all the time, if you guys need me late at night, call me, I'll be there. He really is, for us. And he's not just saying it. He's a father figure. Same thing with all of our other coaches as well. They're all father figures. They're all there for us. They put in their time. Like they can be at home, they have kids, wives, all that, but they spend their time out here to make us better. And I just really appreciate all of them. We all appreciate them.
Yeah, no, for sure. It sounds, like I said, it's kind of crazy because like my little cousin's with there with you guys, Jesse Lozano, right? And I think when I never really had social media, so kind of like seeing it now. And when I watched it on camera, I think I did watch it. I don't know if I watched his interception per se, but I think he did a tackle or he had done like a pass breakup.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh shoot, right? And then it was kind of like a full circle moment for me because his dad, Big Jess, he was coaching the Babe Ruth team.
Yeah.
And then they came out and played fireball. And what's kind of crazy is little Jess was the leadoff hitter, right? Were you playing? Did you play that day?
If it was Babe Ruth, no. We did travel. We played there when we were 13. We played the JV team here.
Crazy part is, so little Jess comes up, first hit, hits it right field, hits it to his cousin. Louis catches it, right field. I was like, oh shoot, right? And it was kind of cool. But and then just like, and it's kind of crazy because obviously growing up in Mendota, now I live in Faribault, right? But it's like we're all. I mean, I think some people call Kerman like mini Mendota. There's a lot of Mendotans moved out to Kerman, and I can say I have an aunt that lives out there and cousins that went out there. A little bit older than you, but it's kind of cool because we all grew up similar. Like I told you, at the end of the day, you drank that same water that I drink, right? Yeah. You actually played Cobra football. I just had Mendota wrestling on prior, and it's funny because they didn't even know you were coming on yet. Yeah. And we were talking because they kind of broke down their coaching careers, how they got into wrestling, and they were talking about football. And guess what they talked about? Right. Adrain Torres, right? And he was like, Coach Quintanar was like, man, I tried everything. I told Cindy, no, how do we keep Adrain here? And, it just never worked out. And I was like, the funny part is, guess who's coming on next? And they're like, it's like Adrain Torres. I was like, so it's kind of like I said, you always going to have fans, especially on the West Side, bro. I could tell you a lot of my buddies that I talk to, we all cheer you on. Yeah. And I know when they see this podcast and it kind of comes out, that's the beauty of this, bro. I'm just kind of moving slowly, And when I pop this out, everyone's gonna be like, "What? You had Adrain Torres on, right?" And it's kind of cool because, like I said, knowing who your parents are and kind of you being from the town you are in, like I'm gonna follow you, especially this year, especially when we do this Friday Night Lights thing. We'll talk to Coach Jenkins, or maybe you can kind of plug us up since you're the quarterback. Gotcha. See if we can kind of get you in. We'll go out there. We'll kind of give you guys, watch you guys practice, interview some of the seniors. Maybe now that we've interacted, we could exchange phone numbers. You could let me know, hey, we can get, maybe get like 4 seniors. Mm-hmm. We can kind of give you guys all a little conversation. Yeah. And then just kind of give everyone a little interview, right? I don't know. And maybe down the road, we could all bring you guys on the podcast. Like things could always happen later. So I believe in regardless if you win or lose, like maybe after the season, before you graduate your senior year, or depending on if you decide to go somewhere, like we had AP on, right? Buchanan, Mendota kid, initially. I grew up with his father, Mario. So AP just committed to UC San Diego, right? Congratulations, AP.
Congrats.
We're going to bring him back on. He's going to talk about the journey, right, that he's been on and how he committed to UC San Diego. And same thing with you now, Adrian. We're going to, we're going to follow you, bro. Like I said, you're a great young man. I could tell the leadership that you're building. Very humble. Give yourself a little bit more flowers, bro. But I like it because at the end of the day, that's what we have to do as leaders, bro. We have to go out there and we have to put the work in. We have to show people, like, if you're gonna tell someone to do something, you do it first, right? Yep. And so I could see that, and I believe, like you said, Coach Jenkins started that when you were a freshman. So I mean, maybe a lot that has to do with that, the Coach Jenkins. And when we meet him, we could bring Coach Jenkins on as well, and kind of just what he's building out there in Kerman, because it sounds like he's building something that's to last, And I'm gonna kind of copy Mendota, what they told me earlier. They felt like they built the home, and then the other, it allowed other teams to kind of come in with already a foundation. So I look at it like you and these seniors are that first group with Coach Jenkins kind of coming up, and the foundation is being built. We already got a Valley title, right? And we're going for a state title now, maybe back to back, and then from there, after you leave, they'll just continue, right? And it sounds good, man. I really, like I said, I thank you once again, and I know Mom threw us in with the coach, but do you have anything else you want to add? Any shout outs, any whatever. I mean, it's your podcast. I felt like it's went great up into this point, and we don't want to give too much on part one, because there'll definitely be a part two, because we got to see how your senior year goes, and then we could bring you back on. We could talk to you, because that's kind of what happened with Adam. Adam came on the first time, and I know he was a little nervous. So Dad kind of came on. Well, me and Dad are friends. We're going to talk naturally. Yeah. At the end of the day, this is just a conversation. Right? I know, like I was saying, it gets a little crazy with the lights, right? But when we're actually in the studio, remember I was telling you, like, the cameras, dude, yeah, I had a guy that's going to headline an actual fight, and he was a little nervous because everything's out there. But it just, in time, But anything else to add before we?
No, just thank you to my mom for everything. She does a lot for me that goes unnoticed, and I appreciate that. My friends as well, my teammates, coaches, like I said, they're father figures. Yeah, just shout out Kerman High School.
And then, do you have any? You're on social media, on Instagram, anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll follow you, dude. And we'll make sure when we post it, we'll tag you and let people know. Hey, don't forget, Kerman. They're gonna. When does the season start? We haven't even talked about that.
So this coming up week, we have our scrimmage against McLean.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have a scrimmage against McLean, and then the following week is week 1.
Alrighty. Well, we look forward to it. Thank you for coming on. And like I said, we start every podcast with a Bible verse, and we end it with a Bible verse. So today's verse was from Isaiah 66:13, and the Word of God states, "God is with you even on your hardest days." Isaiah 66:13. So Adrian, remember that God is with you even on your hardest days. Okay. So thank you for coming on, and we appreciate you. We'll follow you this year, and we'll go from there.
For sure.
All right, brother.